What is going on, warriors and farmers of Tamaris? Welcome back to another Call of Dragons video. In today's episode, we're gonna check out INDIS. I have managed to awaken this hero. Today, I'm gonna show you a guide on how to use this hero effectively in the open field against all your enemies. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet already. Turn on that bell notification and never miss out. Like the video, share it with your friends, leave some comments down below. Without wasting any more time, let's get this video started. Alright, warriors of Tamaris, INDIS is one of the best support heroes in the Call of Dragons, especially if you have her awakened. As you can see here, I have been grinding for many days. I have managed to get this hero to maximum level. First of all, what happens when you awaken your INDIS? Let's go straight to the campaign, the Dragon Trail, where you get this hero. As soon as you awaken INDIS, our tokens are going to disappear from the store. So when we check the store here, there is no INDIS token left. I have so many crystals here for buying stuff from the store. Right now, I just buy these golden stars just to upgrade my heroes. So let's go back to the hero section and then we continue talking about INDIS, one of the best support heroes in the Call of Dragons. Let me give you a quick timeline on how the video is gonna go down. We're gonna check out all the skills for INDIS and then I'm gonna show you some war pets. We're gonna check out some talent tree. And last but not least, I'm gonna show you guys how this rage skill works. There is more to this rage skill than what you see on the screen. If you don't pay attention, you're gonna miss out on the concept. The rage skill is known as the Axiom of Glory. The attack range is very far, meaning you can use her with mages as well. INDIS is an overall commander. You can pair her with any other hero in the game, any other troop type in the game. You will get the benefit of all the skills that she has to offer. Now, starting off with the rage skill, it is divided into two parts and it's very important to understand what each part is going to do for you in the open field. Now, the first part says, inflicts infirm on the target legion and 2 nearby legions, increasing all damage taken by 20% for 3 seconds. So the first part of the INDIS skill is going to work with pretty much any hero in the game. You are going to get this 20% infirm, which is a nice debuff that's going to help your other legions get a lot of damage. Now the second part of this skill is where things get a little bit interesting. If you don't pay attention, you're gonna miss out on how this hero works. You will be wondering in the open field why you are not getting any healing. So today I'm gonna show you exactly how to get this healing with all the different troop types that we have in the game. The second part says, while also healing lightly wounded units in up to 2 friendly legions surrounding the target. Healing factor 450. You need to pay attention to the keyword in this description. It says 2 friendly legions surrounding the target. In order to get this 450 healing, you need to be within the radius of surrounded legions. For example, if you're using your mages from far away and you're hitting another target that is far away, your mages are not going to get any healing because they are not within the surrounded legion radius of effect. So let's go on to the second skill where it is just for gathering. You already know what it is. Gather speed 20%, wood gather speed bonus 10%. Moving on to skill number 3, increases INDIS Legion's HP by 20% and maximum Legion capacity by 7,500. It's a nice addition to your skill. It is just great. Skill number 4, when in battle, INDIS Legion gains unyielding every 8 seconds. Reducing counterattack damage taken by 50% for 5 seconds and removing 1 debuff effect. So many T4 players have decided to put INDIS behind their primary heroes in order to take 50% less counterattack damage from T5 legions. So this is something you might want to consider. And when it comes to the awakening, we already know how it works. Before awakening, you get infirm 20% for 2 seconds with 350 healing. As soon as you awaken, you get infirm 20% for 3 seconds with 450 healing. Now I'm gonna show you on the field how these skills work and how you can get the best out of these skills. Next part of the video, we're gonna check out the talent tree. The first talent tree that we're going to check out today is going to be in the overall direction. And I think I have one over here. You know what? I think I have the support direction. So that's where we're going to begin. Now, I wouldn't recommend using INDIS as a primary hero because she doesn't have a very good talent tree to use. You might want to use her as a deputy. So we're going to see what the overall talent tree is going to do for you. I mean the support talent tree. So from the bottom, you have to get this. You have no choice. As soon as you get over here, you can pick the logistics masters for gathering, or you can go with some defense or HP. You can just pick one from here. I personally, I would never use INDIS as a primary hero, but for those of you that want to try, this is something you might want to consider. Going in more details, in the support direction, you get this HP, you get this head held high. Launching normal attack has a 10% chance to grant your legion 50 rage. So the more rage you get, the faster you're gonna cast your rage skill, and the faster you're gonna put the infirm on your enemies and help all your other heroes benefit from that. When you get to the next node, you're gonna pick overall defense. You have other good skills here that you can pick. Go with the one that works well for you. And then here we have the force field. Every time your legion gains a buff effect, their HP increases by 0.5% up to a maximum of 3%. This can help you last long in the field. You have the second one here as well, something different. You can try that if you want to. And then over here, I went with the intimidation. Your legion deals 4% more hero skill damage. It depends on who you put as a deputy or a primary for INDIS when you take her to the open field. When we get to this node, you're gonna pick the rebirth. Your legion has a 10% chance to receive healing when hit with a normal attack. Healing factor 150. This effect can be triggered once every 5 seconds. Now this effect is going to work well with the last effect we have here known as the Punisher. When your legion receives healing, they deal hero skill damage to the target legion. Damage factor 150. This effect can be triggered once every 10 seconds. So this skill is gonna help you trigger this ability over here. And then once you get this, you will get the chance to get more rage from here. Gain 15 additional rage when your legion receives healing or a shield. Now I'm gonna show you how you can maximize these two abilities with your war pet. You can get 15 rage from healing. You can get 15 rage from a shield. So let's go back to a war pet and see how you can increase the amount of rage that you get. If we go to the war pet skills and then you try to scroll down, you can put great care on your war pet for INDIS. You're gonna get some healing. It's gonna give you 15 rage. You also have the heart wall. This is gonna give you a shield. It's gonna give you 15 rage if you decide to go in the support talent tree for INDIS. Up next, we're gonna go check out the overall talent tree for INDIS in the Call of Dragons. We're gonna go to the Dragon Trail and then pick INDIS and see what we have over here. So this is what I have for the support tree for the INDIS. INDIS is a good support commander. I wouldn't recommend putting her as a primary. Now we're gonna talk about some other pairings that you can use. You can put them as primary and then use INDIS as a deputy. So starting off with the support talent tree, we've already talked about this. So you already know what to pick from there. And then coming to the left hand side for the overall, you get the HP, you have no choice. You go with march speed. The faster you move, the better you get close to the enemy. You have intimidation, or you can pick adrenaline rush. It's all up to you depending on the hero that you're pairing with INDIS. From here, I decided to go with the Guardian Angel. When your legion enters battle, they gain resistance, reducing the damage they take by 4% for 10 seconds. The next one here, we have the Spirited Response. When your legion is hit with a normal attack, they gain 4 additional rage. This effect can be triggered once every 1 second. Now, this is something that you might want to consider because like in 10 seconds, if you get hit 10 times, that is a total of 40 additional rage. So it's gonna be okay if you want to take this. From here, we're gonna keep it pushing. I decided to get the Unrelenting Fury. When your legion gains a buff effect, they gain 15 rage. When you gain a shield, that is a buff. I think when you gain healing from the healing war pet as well, that ability I just showed you guys, I think that is a buff as well. So this is something that might work well for you. Up next, we go with emergency triage. Emergency triage, whatever. Reduces severely wounded units in your legion by 10%. So with INDIS, as soon as you get here, the next remaining points are going to depend on the person that you have as a deputy. You could have archer or you could have mages. So you have to pick wisely. In this case, we went with occult barrier. Your legion's magic units take 5% less hero skill damage. We're getting new mages soon, so a lot of people are going to be having many mage marches in the open field. This is something you might want to consider. At the end, we went with Thunder Fury. When casting rage skills, your legion gain keen and shelter, increasing their attack by 4% and their defense by 3% for 5 seconds. This effect can be triggered once every 30 seconds. You can grab this one if you like it. Cornered Cut. When your legion's unit count is less than 50%, they deal 2% more damage. I don't think this is a very good skill to take, because why would you be fighting your enemies with less than 50% troops? You just go back and refresh. So this is it for the overall talent tree. And then when we go back, I can show you guys what you can use for gathering talent tree for the INDIS. Let's go back to the hero section. We're going to scroll down. We're going to find INDIS and then go to the talents. And this is what I have for the gathering for INDIS. Where did I put it? Did this one? Yep, this one right here. This is what I have for gathering with INDIS. Make sure you get this one. If your legion is attacked while gathering, they have a 20% chance to be automatically recalled to the city. This is something you want to take to 5, so that when some farmer killer come to your territory, your legions will just run back to the city. Up next, we're going to check out some good pairings that you can use with INDIS in the open field. Right now, we have 2 new mages coming to the game, Mr. Bertrand and Mr. Tohar. A lot of people are going to be coming out with 4 mage marches or 3 mage marches. And you need someone like INDIS to provide you with the inform to help your mages do a lot of damage. So if you are pairing up Lilia with Thea or Lilia with Velin, and then you have Bertrand and Tohar, you also have Mr. Walter paired up with somebody else, you can then put Alwyn with INDIS so that you get some nice inform on your enemy. It can be your debuff march. You can put Athea's primary with INDIS deputy. Now if you put Athea's primary, he's gonna give you the Eye of Insight, extra rage gained 60, which simply means your march with Atheas will be the first one to do the rage skill, which is exactly what you want. Because when you're the first one doing your rage skill, INDIS is going to do her rage skill, and it's going to help your other marches with the rage skill damage. This will be awesome for you in the open field. You can pair up INDIS with multiple cavalry marches to give you some nice inform for all of your cavalry marches. That's going to work well for you. You can pair up INDIS with some infantry if you want. She is overall a very good hero that you can pair up with pretty much almost anyone and then get some benefit out of her. Some T4 players use INDIS in order to take advantage of the Purge ability. They will take 50% less counter attack from T5 players. It could work okay for you. So these are all the pairings that you can use with INDIS. If you want to use her with archers, you can go ahead. You can have Syndrion and Frega primary. Then you're going to have Kinara and Hosk. And then you're going to have maybe Nico and INDIS to give you that nice inform. That's going to be awesome. And for your flying legion, you could have, Bertrand and Thea just flying up in the sky. That's going to be very good for you in the open field. In terms of war pet, you can pretty much use any war pet with INDIS depending on who you have as a deputy or a primary. She is a good overall hero. Just make sure if you have her as a primary and you're using one of the talent trees that I showed you, you're going to need the Great Care and you're going to need the Heart Wall abilities to help you out in the open field. I also do believe if you want to put some debuff on enemies as well, you can use this ability here. Where is it? There is one ability here for debuffs known as the Interruption. This can be good for you as well. So that's it for the war pets. Now I'm going to show you INDIS in the open field, how you can take advantage of her rage skill. Alright, Warriors of Tamaris, the time has come for me to show you guys how INDIS work in the Call of Dragons. The problem is going to be the rage skill for INDIS. There is more to the story than what you see here on the screen. So I'm gonna help clear everything for you guys. So some of you might be fighting with this hero and wondering why you are not getting the healing. So let me show you exactly how you can do that. I already have a preset ready. We're gonna see what is going on. So I have preset number 4. We have here INDIS behind Atheas. Now I want Atheas to provide a lot of rage to INDIS so that she is the first one to do her rage skill before some of the deputies that I have here, giving them the 20% infirm. Now we have Lilia and Thea mages, we have Walter Atheas mages, we have 3 mage heroes, and we have 2 melee combat heroes. Gonna show you exactly how you can take advantage of the INDIS healing if you don't know how it works. Okay, so we're gonna bring them out and then I'm going to separate them. So the skill says that it's going to heal up to 2 legions that are surrounding the target. So these are the 2 legions that are within the surrounded legion radius of effect. It is very small. The melee combat is also described as surrounded legion radius of effect. Now over here I have 3 mage marches. We have INDIS, we have Walter, and we have Lilia. INDIS is not going to heal any of these heroes because they are not within the radius of the surrounded legion. Now INDIS can heal up to 2 people. She is going to heal this guy over here and Theodore. They are the ones who are fighting in melee combat. So let me show you guys how this is done. So right now INDIS is only gonna heal these 2 guys in front. He's not going to heal anyone here. They are not within the surrounded radius of effect. So we're gonna hit it. Now check this out. As soon as INDIS get her infirm, you're gonna see 2 massive healing here for these legions that are surrounding the target. So INDIS did her healing. As you can see here, double healing for these 2 heroes. She never healed anybody here. Let's see when she's gonna cast her healing again. There you go. Now it's gonna heal these 2 legions again. As you can see, that's how it works. You have to be within the radius of the surrounded legion in order to get that INDIS healing. And there you go again. She is healing these 2 heroes that are in front within the surrounded radius of effect for the person that you are attacking. So this is test number 1. What should we do for test number 2? I need to find a warlock so that I show you guys what is going on. First of all, gotta uncheck this. Make sure this is a warlock. Excellent. So this warlock is gonna hit us from long range. I have 3 mage units here. When we are fighting this warlock from the long range, INDIS is not going to heal anyone because she is not within the surrounded legion radius of effect. So we're gonna take out the melee cavalry and we're gonna fight from long range. So you're gonna see that nobody is going to get any healing whatsoever. So let's attack this mage. So now we are fighting from long range. As soon as INDIS does her rage skill, no one here is going to get any healing. Now she did her rage skill over there. As you can see, there is no massive healing for anybody because no one is fighting within surrounded legion radius of effect. So the fight is gonna keep on going like this. You are gonna get the first part of the skill of INDIS, which is the infirm. However, the healing is not going to work because the legions are far away from each other. So this march is about to finish. There is no healing here. You can see INDIS do her skill, her raid skill, and no one is getting any healing whatsoever. So this march has ended. Now we're gonna try something different. You can also get some healing with your INDIS if you are fighting in the melee combat. So right now I have 3 mage units. We're gonna fight this guy in melee combat. Let me just separate them a little bit so you can see the healing distribution. So this one comes here. Let's hope they are all within the surrounded radius of effect. Looks like it, so we're gonna attack. I think my Lilia might be far away. But as soon as INDIS does her skill, she's gonna heal people because right now we are fighting in melee combat radius of effect. So she did her raid skill. You're gonna see the healing, you see? She gave 2 healing because now these mage heroes are fighting within surrounded legion radius of effect. So this is how you can get the healing with your INDIS. Let's wait and see. She did her skill. Let's see the healing. As you can see, double healing for 2 heroes here. And that is how it works. So there is more to the raid skill for INDIS than what we see here on the screen. You just have to pay attention to the keyword here, surrounded legion, and you're gonna know how this hero works in the open field. Thank you guys for watching. I personally am gonna be using INDIS as a support hero with the new mages when they come in the game. I'm gonna be running 4 mage units. First of all, let me show you my troop count. We go over here. I have a lot of mages right now, about 1 million celestials and then 755 vestals. I should be ready for the next season. Thank you guys for watching. If you're new, subscribe for more content. Until then, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye bye for now.